Bit of recap, we went over the first episode, I guess. And in this, Kirito is older than Naruto, being his older brother. I think I made Naruto like 17 or 16, while Kirito would be 18. And same with most of the other people, mostly just Asuna will be 18 as well. Oh, that's going. Hey, RDC just started Detroit. Wow, I'm finna watch the hell at that. Anyhow, um, yeah, this won't be too long. I'm just gonna go over maybe one or two of the episodes in this. Um, no pairing for this. What if? So, yeah. I guess I'll just go ahead and get this all started then. So, we begin this part as we see Kirito. He would be sitting at a table surrounded by a bunch of people. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember any of their names other than Sachi. So, yeah, the Moonlit Black Cats or whatever their name was. Anyhow, um, so Kirito would have just been asked to join their guild. By this point, Naruto and Kirito are level 40, and they are already partied up. Now, as Kirito would be sitting there, when the leader of the Moonlit Black Cats would have asked, Kirito would have immediately looked towards his younger brother Naruto, who would be sitting there at a different table. He would be staring at him as Kirito would give him a questioning look, while Naruto would only shake his head no. Kirito would look back at the man who had asked him to join his guild, and he would answer with no, as he is more reliant on his younger brother. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry for the interruption. Anyhow, we go to the next day, when you would see Naruto and Kirito simply walking through a town. Kirito would look at his brother before asking, "Hey, Naruto, why is it that you didn't want to party with those kids at whatever their guild name was?" Naruto would look at his brother before whispering, "People are not to be trusted." Kirito would only nod at this as they would continue on. They would be walking, and the scene would end there. We're gonna skip a few months. Kirito and Naruto are about the age, are not the age, but the level of 50. And, well, Kirito would be at least 54, while Naruto would be at 52. The two brothers would be seen entering a cave with a bunch of other people entering as well. They would find themselves at a meeting where players would discuss the front lines and how to deal with certain bosses and floors. Asuna would be seen wearing a white and red outfit. I don't really know what to describe her fit as. It's not important, though. She would have a rapier on her hip as she would be standing there with a rather serious look on her face, while other guilds would be there as well. They would currently be discussing how to clear the event boss, as in this, there's going to be a lot more challenges. One man would recommend the strategy of sending in the heavy hitters first, only to be shot down immediately by Kirito, as he would say that it was a stupid idea, and that would only get our heavy hitters killed. I'm just gonna skip to the end of this meeting. I'm not nearly smart enough to try to explain strategy. Hell, I don't even know how to play chess, dog. Anyhow. Now, Naruto would be sitting atop a fence as the snow would fall around him. He would be wearing a hooded cloak that would cover his head and his face as it would blow in the wind. His brother would walk up beside him, looking down upon the town that they are above currently, as they would just look down at all of the NPCs and players who really weren't fighters, just celebrating Christmas. Kirito would look at his brother. Naruto, what do you think? It's beautiful, isn't it? A whisper would be heard from Naruto as he would say, "It's disgusting. We players sit here and fight, and they're just down there, treating it all as if people aren't dying every day." Well, people die all of the time. But specifically, it's just the fact that these people can enjoy themselves in this game, while others fight for their lives just to stay alive. They don't contribute to any of us. Kirito would put his hand on his brother's shoulder. Do not think like that, Naruto. You may lose yourself doing so. Naruto would only nod before going quiet. We skip to the event. A large creature that would look similar to that of Santa Claus, but more monstrous, would be standing there with certain creatures in front of it. Performing an action, it would send all of the monsters to kill any of the players ready to attack. This is when they would send in their more speedy players. This would be including Naruto, who would unsheath his 2 daggers, and he would get into a strange position as he would have his right foot forward and his left foot slightly lifted from behind as his toe, I don't know what the toe part of his boot would be forward, and the back of his foot would be lifted up off the ground. He would hold one dagger in his right hand forwards. Well, it would be forwards, but sideways, and explaining things are hard. And his left hand would hold his other dagger behind him. This is when he would vanish in a insane amount of speed, as the sound of mobs being dispersed could be heard. After it all died down, Naruto could be seen standing there in the same position, looking towards the boss with his cloak still flapping in the wind. Kirito would then yell, "Naruto, switch!" as Naruto would vanish, while Kirito would then rush in with his blade. Now, we'd see scene change. Kirito would be standing there with a strange vial in his hand. It would be rather rainbow liquided, or so. He would be reading the stats as it would allow someone to revive you, or revive someone else, only 5 seconds after they die. Kirito would walk towards Klein, who would have been there with his guild. And he would have handed it to Klein, as he would have lost one of his friends in the battle. Klein would smile. "Thanks, Kirito. I appreciate it." Kirito would only nod before walking off, with Naruto following behind him, before the two would vanish. Scene change. A girl could be seen as Anyhow, a girl with pigtails could be seen as she would be surrounded by large ape-type monsters with their cheeks out, paws, and they would be surrounding her and the small blue dragon. As she was about to take a fatal hit, the dragon would have stepped in and taken the hit for her. She could be seen crying in the middle of the forest, as all of the monsters would be dispatched. Naruto would be sitting in a tree, just looking down at his brother and the girl. Kirito would walk up. "Hey, you alright?" The girl would look up. "Silica, that's my name." Kirito would say, "Right, Silica. Are you alright?" "Yes, but Pina, my friend, she died." As Pina would be no more, there would only be a feather left. It would then say Pina's heart as an item. Kirito would then pitch in. "You know, if Pina's heart is still an item, you could probably revive her on floor 50. Sorry about that. I was throwing something at my cat. Well, I suppose I'll just end this part here. I'm out of ideas, and I need to think more. I'll see you all next time.